Hello students, welcome to EPG Pathshala. I am Dr. K. John, Assistant Professor of Library Information Science. In this presentation, we will discuss about methods and techniques of use studies under the paper Library User and Use Studies. This presentation is basically oriented towards various methods and techniques of use studies. The complete presentation will highlight the objectives of this module. I have tried to incorporate all the methods and techniques of use studies in both the modules, module number 7 and module number 8. Also, I have covered all the methods into two modules, namely module number 07 and 08. I am sure that you might have already studied these methods and techniques in different aspects, and this is not new for you all, but these methods required different applications in different environment. This module has been prepared keeping in mind several objectives such as to know the importance of user study, to know the type of method of use study, to learn about the technique of use studies, and to get a better understanding of the various methods and techniques of use studies, and to figure out the type of techniques and their usefulness. Also, to get to know when and how it can be applied or conducted. The objectives also include the all methods and techniques of use studies such as conventional and unconventional, direct and indirect, and journal and special. In the field of medical science, pure science, and even applied sciences, experiments have to be performed to see the results. It is done on regular basis to change the result or to face certain new upcoming challenges. Same manner, user study is being performed in libraries and information centers in regular basis for examining problems, processes, planning, and forecasting. Because by using empirical evidences, library administration can solve maximum problems regarding managing and administering a library. Success of every library depends on use and user. Use is a reason, and the user is the main element of the system. Use is the key point, and user is the key and dynamic component of every library and information system. Users uses the library for the different purposes, sometime for knowledge, sometime for information, and sometime requirement is a descriptive, and sometime the requirement is informative. User study is the most important aspect while designing or examining a library system or a library service. And it is also necessary to perform this kind of examination periodically. The use studies help to discover characteristics, behavior, information needs, attitude, and opinion about system and services. There are several types of methods of use studies. According to B. Guha, use study methods are journal or conventional methods, indirect methods, and spatial and unconventional methods. PhD Kumar has explained that the user studies can be classified according to the types of the library, such as public library, academic library, and special library, because these all have different clientele. The other type of user studies are user oriented, system use oriented, and utility oriented. Journal or conventional methods include questionnaire, interview, diary, and observation. Indirect methods include library record analysis and citation analysis. Spatial and unconventional method includes computer feedback, and it can be further extended by studying internet browsing pattern and users and internet behavior of the users. Now we will discuss about the questionnaire method. A questionnaire is a form to be filled in by the respondent's user. A questionnaire is a research instrument consisting of a series of questions and other prompts for the purpose of gathering information from respondents and users. Acrod and Hughes have identified three types of surveys based on questionnaire. The first one is factual survey, that is used to collect descriptive information, that is the government census, and the second one is the attitude survey, that is an opinion poll, and the last is explanatory survey that test theories, hypotheses, and to produce new theory. Researchers usually use questionnaire or survey in order to make generalization. Therefore, the surveys are usually based on carefully selected samples. Questionnaire should be filled by the participant, asked in a structured and formal way by an interview. Poster questionnaire can also be used. Sometimes we may use telephone questionnaires and sometimes email questionnaires. The main advantages of the questionnaire methods are: this method is economically, uniformity of questions, and standardization. Further, the questionnaires can be used in different forms, such as typed types of questionnaires, closed or restricted questionnaire, open or unrestricted questions, and structured and unstructured questionnaire. Field study. Field study research method is a qualitative method carried out in a usual environment, not in controlled environment. Evidence collected and analyzed on field only. The purpose of field report is to describe an observed person, place, or event, and to analyze that observation data in order to identify and categorize common themes in relates to the research problems underpinning the study. The data is often in the form of notes during the observation, but it can also include any form of data gathering, such as photographic, illustration, and audio recordings. Now we will discuss about the analysis of library records. Every library maintains a number of records regarding its day-to-day functioning. An internal method and can be performed without interfering and interrupting the user's activities in the library. This study can be done through checking of records of issue and return of books and other reading materials, analysis of visitor registers, analysis of visitor registers of different section or of any section of the library where the visitor register is being maintained, computer records of the users, register of interlibrary loan, checking of library website hits. The best advantages of this system are it is the most economical, it requires no extra person, and even it can be done on regular basis. Computer feedback, the latest tool in the field of user study. Computer feedback is the process or specific instance of providing information through computer about products and services. B. Jean Mandernack has identified the 5 types of computer feedback which can be utilized to collect user responses such as no feedback. In this method, users' response can be obtained without addressing any individual question. The second one is knowledge of response feedback. In this method, user responses can be obtained about correct and incorrect status of each question, but it not inform student about the correct answer. Knowledge of correct response. Through this, users' responses can be obtained about correct and incorrect status of each question, but provided the correct answer. The fourth one is topic contingent feedback. Through this, users' responses can be obtained about correct and incorrect status of each question, along with paragraph of information from where the correct answer can be found. Number 5, response contingent feedback addresses the correct and incorrect status of each question along with an explanation of the selected responses and the correct response. Citation analysis. Citation analysis is an indirect method of user study. The citation pattern reveals that which document is more important in a particular field. It shows that the author of a particular book, article, and publication has referred earlier studies while writing this, and the document has been appended with references and bibliographies. This pattern reveals some different important facts. An analysis of this pattern of communication discloses about the type of document is used, preferred document, age of the document, frequency of use of document, ranking of journals, ranking of authors, ranking of articles, ranking of books, ranking of organizations, and ranking of countries. The analysis of the citation can also be used for collection development, impact factor of author, and impact factor of the library in research and its reading material. An analysis of these citations reveal the relative use of different categories of documents, age of documents used most frequently used periodical, literature preferences with regard to country, language, etc. Although findings of citation studies are objective in nature, but they do not reveal the whole picture. Citation studies do not reveal use of secondary services like indexing, abstracting services, and use of different channel of communication. Moreover, citation practice varies with individual authors. Some cite very selective while others are too liberal in this respect. Still others prefer self-citations. All these practices limit the usefulness of citation analysis. Analysis of computer record. The present scenario of library information science centers are better in comparison to the earlier state of functioning and servicing, because every service and function of the library is totally depend on the computers. In this sense, every library has to keep a detailed record of users and its behavior, such as personal details of the users, academic status of the users, subject interest, circulation record, reference queries, searching behavior of users, interlibrary loan records, use of reading material, use of service equipment, and acquisition behavior. That all type of information are available in digital form, and the most of the information is also available online. And the libraries and information centers are harvesting all type of services for its users. And in this age, the libraries are having its own websites and providing access to its users through this. Moreover, some libraries are providing information through other databases. In this era, it is necessary to study their users about their internet browsing pattern. This study examines users are fully satisfied with the internet facility of the library or not. The objectives of the internet facility is being fulfilled or not. Our users have awareness about the information in the internet environment and other characteristics pertaining to the internet. Study can be conducted through online or offline, and it also can be conducted through logging pattern of the users and using patterns and time spent on internet just checking the server logging reports. To conclude this module, we can add that the library is unable to satisfy the needs of users completely without users' feedback, and this purpose cannot be fulfilled by the library administration, and this cannot be initiated users itself. In this problematic situation, users study is very useful and beneficial for library as well as for users too. The users study are very important aspect of every library. The development plans, further extension, and initiation of new services are totally depend on it. The above mentioned methods and techniques are very useful tools to assess the status and satisfaction in reference to library services. Thank you.